Hello everyone, this is David from ABMTAX. Today we're going to talk about one of my favorite topics, is employment expenses. What that employment expense is basically, it is the expenses that you can claim against your income. Now, not everybody could do that. It's certain industries and certain jobs. A common theme of a job that allows you to claim employment expenses would be like trucking, people who do some sort of a delivery jobs where it's specified by the employment contract that you need to use their own vehicles. Another good example would be salespeople. So generally speaking, employment expenses, it's an interesting topic in the sense it allows people to capture some of the expenses even though they're just employed. They're not self-employed. Self-employment, as we know and we had discussed in different videos, they have their own sets of deductions. So I'm going to talk about some of the general tax deduction that we deal with all the time in our office. A common one will be basically a commission person earning income on commission, and usually they have to spend some money to earn that. So classic example like, clothing, meals, vehicle expenditure. You're allowed to claim your vehicle, your cell phone, your clothing, again, as it relates to the job. Very important. Same like if you're self-employed, not everything under the sun you can deduct, but generally, like if you have expenses that relates to your job, there is very specific industry-related stuff, such as people who are in the transportation industry, like truckers, as well as the people working the trains or any other shipping within Canada. They get to claim a meal deduction. This meal deduction could be a big dollar value. The government, usually with the meal deduction for truckers or people in the transportation industry, there's two ways to report it. Something called a method called the detailed method and the simple method. The detailed method, to be honest, it's like you have to detail everything. And usually it's a very cumbersome process. I do not believe, from what I know, anybody using that method often, but some people do. But really the common method is the simple method, which basically it allows you to claim a meal for every 4 hours you're on the highway. Now, the level of deduction will depend if you're a long haul versus a short haul driver, but that's a different subsection of that. So usually with guys in the transportation industry, they're allowed to claim up to $21 per meal. So sometimes it goes up to $70 a day. So it is definitely an interesting tax deduction that people in the transportation industry get, which is usually helpful. So make sure you claim your meal deduction if you're involved in some sort of transportation business, provided you fit some of the other prerequisite. Now with the salespeople, government expense will be cell phone bill, and people who have to travel around, they get to claim as well the vehicle expenditure. Another claim that's very common is if you have a home-based business, like if you do work from home, and that's how really happened under the COVID. The government launched a program where you can claim percentage of your home. Usually it was capped at $2 a day, 200 days maximum. Again, we will find out for 2021 tax year what will be that limit. I hope this video helped you guys understand a little bit about what employment expenses entail, and we will have further future videos to answer some of those common questions you might have.